If you're Cheeto fed, you're not gonna be grass fed on Monday morning. I used to be morbidly obese and I was desperately trying to lose weight, but I kept failing. And it was because I had some habits that were actually making it worse for me and causing me to fail. Once I realized what I was doing, I changed those habits and I was able to lose 50 pounds in 3 months. So the first one is I didn't eat barely any protein. Protein lowers your hunger hormone, ghrelin, so it can help you feel fuller longer. Well, I was barely eating any, so I was starving all day. And on top of that, I had emotional eating, so I couldn't stop overeating combined with the emotional eating and the not eating protein. So my fix was I added protein to every meal. I added protein for breakfast, lunch, dinner, and 2 snacks. And so having that protein spread throughout the day, and I varied it up so that I would get different sources of protein like Greek yogurt, cottage cheese, eggs, egg whites, lean protein. That way I was getting lots of protein and it was helping me feel level and full and not starving all the time throughout the day, which really helped me stick to what I was doing. Number 2, I was barely eating any variety of food. So what that did, 1, I was lacking a lot of nutrients. I'm gonna call myself, I was a very picky eater. I ate a handful of foods, very, very little different foods. That caused lack of nutrients. It also caused a lot of cravings because, well, 1, my body was lacking nutrients. So I was craving all of these things in order to try to fulfill what I was missing. I really didn't eat many variety of foods. I was also just craving food in general. I started adding in a variety of food. I tried to form a very balanced diet and I included like slow digesting carbs like whole grains because they have fiber in them, so that helps you feel full. Plus, healthy fats, veggies, fruit, lean protein. I also started trying a bunch of food because you would be shocked to know that about 90% of what you see me eat in my full days of eating and in my meals and stuff, I did not eat any of that when I was overweight. A lot of it had to do with control because of my emotional eating, but I was also pretty picky. What I had to do was I kind of had to set a non-negotiable for myself and try new food, and not just once, but many, many times until I was able to tolerate and then actually learn that I liked it. And it wasn't easy. You see me loving it now, being really excited, but when I was first starting to lose weight, I literally would cry and have meltdowns at the grocery store. I would be with Kyle holding the cart and the grocery list, crying, pulling new food off the shelves because I was so scared and I didn't want to try it, but I knew that in order to work through my emotional eating and lose weight, I needed to do it. It was the scariest, hardest thing I've ever had to do, trying new food. And I know a lot of you will say oh, I don't like this, I need an alternative. Oh, I don't like this. I had to, I didn't eat eggs. I'm a cereal girl if you've been watching this channel. I never ate cereal or milk. I didn't eat egg whites. Basically everything you see me eat now, it took me many tries to get used to it, but that saved my life, including a variety of food. It helped me feel healthier because I was missing a lot of nutrients by cutting out, not a variety, by cutting out so many foods. Also, it helped me not have so many cravings because I was fulfilling all of my body's needs. I also noticed a massive difference, not just in my weight because I was able to stick to what I was doing and feel full and satisfied. My hair, my skin, I get compliments all the time. It's because I eat a balanced diet. That was one of the biggest things. So that was one of the major things that I did, one of the hardest, but one of the best things I've ever done.
I just want to go back to the protein for just 1 second.
Sure.
So when we have cheat days now, we still make sure to get in our protein because the food goes right through you if you're not having enough protein, meaning you get hungrier, but also you feel like me and Nicole used to, when we didn't have enough protein on a cheat day, we'd feel the ups and downs of energy crashing, and we find that protein keeps us balanced throughout the day.
Yeah, he's right. Like we used to just have sugar in the morning, like donuts or cereal.
For like a rare cheat day.
For a rare, not every day. Sorry. On a cheat day, we would have like donuts for a treat or whatever, but we found it was making us feel not the greatest, and we were hungry really fast. So the protein really does balance you out. Number 3, I was taking away treats every time that I started a diet to try to lose weight, but all that did, it was counterproductive because I would take away the treats. I wouldn't last very long on my diet because I couldn't sustain it. So I would go into this cycle, restricting by taking away treats, then I would break down, emotionally eat, feel guilty, and then go through the whole thing all over again.
And this third one, taking away treats, it was really habitual for me and Nicole for decades of our life. Starting a new diet, immediately remove all our favorite foods and treats, and it was a constant cycle.
Yeah, and every time we failed because we did that. These changes, they didn't just help me lose 50 pounds in 3 months. I went on to lose a total of 130 pounds and keep it off for 9 years. And so did Sassy, my husband. He lost the same amount and kept it off for the same amount of time. Adding in treats again when we started to lose weight was so huge and helpful and motivating. We decided to build in, we lost our weight with portion control. We decided to build in a portion dessert every single night. And after we lost our first 50 pounds, eating a serving of low-cal ice cream and, a couple of low-cal cookies every day, we could not believe it. And people were like, you guys look awesome. What are you doing? We're like, we're eating ice cream and losing weight. Yep, we are. So why this was such a terrible habit? Kyle and I were literally living off of junk food. Most of our diet when we were overweight was junk food. So expecting ourselves to go from 95% junk food to nothing Monday morning and starting a diet, no wonder why it was failing every single time. We were taking away the things that we loved and ate most of all the time.
Like me and Nicole never drank water, and then the Monday morning diet, we were like, okay, we're only drinking water now. Well, we hadn't been drinking any before, just pop before.
Yeah, I was drinking 7 cans of pop a day. So to expect yourself to go from 0 to 60 overnight, it's not sustainable. And take it from us, we know, because we did it over and over and over again for most of our life until we realized this is not working. Portion dessert every single night really, really helped us stick to what we were doing and motivated us to, eat our meals. And after dinner, we would have this great dessert, and it just really kept us going. And if you want to know the exact meals and portions that I ate to lose the weight, you can buy my weight loss ebook called The First 50. The link's down below, and code Nicole will save you 10%. And speaking of protein, this is HTLT Steps. They have like the best tasting protein powder. Code Nicole will save you 15% off, and the link is down below. This is the Straub cheesecake. If you have a sweet tooth, this is the bee's knees. I love PB&J, and so does Kyle, so we put a scoop of this in plain Greek yogurt with some low-cal jam and some powdered peanut butter. PB&J protein Greek yogurt. Oh, yeah. Number 4, I was doing unsustainable workouts. Imagine this, okay? I'm 275 pounds. I can barely walk because I have plantar fasciitis so bad in my left foot because of my weight. And I'm doing workouts like insanity. I can picture myself, like our living room is over here, and I can picture this so clear, struggling, feeling nauseous, like I'm gonna pass out because I'm trying to force my body that can barely move to do a workout called insanity and expect myself to do it every day to lose weight. It was, again, like going from being sedentary, barely being able to move because of my weight, and then expecting myself to be this workout goddess. It was just not sustainable. So finally, we talked to each other and we said, well, what can we do? Kyle was having leg cramps really bad. I could barely walk because of my plantar fasciitis, but we could walk a little. So we decided, well, why don't we choose walking? We do it at our own pace. So we started with only 15 minutes. We ate meals that we liked, balanced diet, portioned out the food, and we walked for 15 minutes every day, rain or shine. Our commitment was that we would get out there. We had to make a commitment to ourselves to make a new habit, that we were gonna get out there every single day and walk for 15 minutes. And that new healthy habit replaced all the older habits of the unsustainable exercise. All of these things that I'm sharing with you were all new healthy habits that we formed to replace all the unhealthy things that were actually causing us to fail on our journey.
And like, you're not going to be perfect. So
no,
all of these things are starting slow would be our recommendation.
Exactly. And this is what we did with the walking. Like, we had to stop every couple of minutes. One of us would say, you know, Sassy, I gotta stop. My foot hurts. Or he'd say like, Nicole, my legs are cramping. So we would stop, wait, take a little break, and then we'd go again. When our 15 minutes were done, we were done for the day, and then we would get back out there the next day and do it again. And because we portioned our food and we got out there every day, after losing the 50 pounds in 3 months, we could go the full 15 minutes because we were getting results and our stamina was improving. And it was like amazing that you can form a new healthy habit just by being consistent every day. It's not always going to be easy, but it's about starting small. Whenever we try to do way too much, we kept failing. And that's why we're making this video, because a lot of people are struggling out there because they keep trying to do way too much and remove way too much instead of trying to make one small change and make it a healthy habit.
And adding to that problem, social media is all extremes, like one end or the other, which
yes,
it's very, the social media loves promoting extremes, which doesn't help a lot of overweight people.
And that's that grind and hustle culture too. So like, everybody's doing these crazy workouts too all over social media, but plain, slow, steady, good old walking is what Kyle and I started with, and it's what we do now because you can sustain it. Number 5, the last unhealthy habit that I was doing was skipping breakfast. 2 reasons why I was doing it. 1, I actually thought like if I skipped breakfast, I would save myself calories and it would help me lose weight. The second reason was that I was morbidly obese. I had ruined my metabolism by overeating so much that I was never really hungry in the morning. But what that was doing by skipping breakfast, I thought it was helping. By the end of the day, I would be so hungry, it was counterproductive. I would end up eating everything in sight, feel guilty about it, go way off track, and then I'd be off track for months and months, and I would just chuck my diet out the window. So I decided to commit to myself to eat breakfast every single day. And I ate something with protein, something balanced. I started with like some oatmeal, peanut butter, fruit, a little bit of protein like eggs and stuff. But like I said, I had to practice eating the eggs and stuff every day, but it really helped. And no, at first I wasn't hungry, but I basically had to train my body to like breakfast in the morning.
Gotta fix your metabolism.
Yes, and it did. Eventually, as I did that, I started to get my hunger cues back. As I lost weight, as I ate a regularly planned out meal plan with breakfast and a balanced diet, I started to get hunger cues again. And now every meal, I'm hungry. I fixed my body because, I had to train it to do that. I had to form new habits. And I hope this helps anybody struggling. Like, honestly, the friends, weight loss should never be a punishment. This is about slow and steady wins the race. Please don't try to do too much all at once. A sustainable weight loss journey, it's not about being perfect. It's about making a commitment to yourself, and starting with one small healthy habit that you can be consistent with every day and build new healthy habits on top of that as you can become consistent with the first one. We learned we needed to be consistent with one healthy habit and then build on top of it. Not try to force everything all at once because it's not sustainable that way. It's putting too much pressure on you. So one small healthy habit, be consistent with it, and then build over time. And then eventually you'll start going, whoa, like, you know, like Kyle and I look back and we can't believe, we feel like different people because like, I can honestly, like, I still shock my mom sometimes when she's like, Nicole, you eat that? And I'm like, yeah, been eating it for years, Mom. She's like, you didn't eat it most of your life. So you're not even gonna believe what you're capable of, but you gotta take baby steps. You know, a newborn baby, you don't expect that baby to just get up and go, hey guys, I'm in this world and I'm just gonna walk and run now. No, you let the baby learn how to crawl, then take little steps and wobble. You gotta do that for yourself with your weight loss journey. So slow and steady wins the race. One small healthy habit, be consistent, and then keep going. If you're Cheeto fed, you're not gonna be grass fed on Monday morning. You gotta keep some of the Cheeto fed and mix in the grass fed. Meaning, if you're 95% junk food all the time,
like we were,
you can't expect yourself to eat perfectly clean organic food on Monday morning and not have treats and not have Cheetos.
And if you look at our comment section, you'll know we're still working on that. We're not perfect eaters, as the internet likes to tell us.
Oh yes, we get comments all the time that we're not perfect eaters, but we had to save our lives. So we learned slow and steady, pick things that you like. If you like the Cheetos, don't get rid of the Cheetos. Build them into your new healthy habits. Have a balance. Have some salad and some fruit and some protein, and then have some Cheetos for a snack. There's nothing wrong with building a healthy balance and building what you like into your meal plan because you want to be able to do this for life. So watch this vid and this vid for more fun, sustainable weight loss tips because Sass and I, we're real friends losing weight in the real world, honey, and we do everything because we love it and we're just every day. We just keep going, hey, we can do this now, guys. Yeah, because we set ourselves up for success by slow and steady and being consistent. Thanks for watching. I love you, and I'll catch you in the next vid, cutie. Now, I'll do a performance of jump rope for you.
Whoa.
Now wait, watch this. Are you ready? I'm gonna crisscross the rope.
Whoa.
Oh, I lost my footing.
Yeah, don't trip.
Okay, go on my 1 feet. Look at this. Oh yeah, 1 foot skipping rope. I'm doing double dutch now. Turning the ropes and jumping.
See, now maybe one day you'll use an actual skipping rope. You gotta work up to it.
Let's not do that. Bye guys.
See ya.
See ya. Remember, the friends, that weight loss isn't just about the number on the scale. It's also about here and here. Heart and mindset. Fight through it. You can do it. Don't give up.